Hello and welcome to Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. I'm Ronnie Humphrey. Thanks for joining me today. Where have we been? We took a couple of weeks off. We're back. We're going to tell you all about our brand new project. So stay tuned. Well, where in the world have we been? We took off for a couple of weeks. I tell you, after getting the Richard Petty car ready for the car show, and we also had finished the Kyle Petty car, and then getting these two vehicles up there, and man, the stress associated with trying to do the car show, it's hard. It's hard moving three vehicles up there. But we got the Richard Petty car back home to its owner in Arkansas. The truck and the T-Bird have been asleep now for 2 weeks. But if you remember our last episode, we had picked up the kind of lime green modified. It was a GRT modified. But once we got the car taken apart, if you remember, I said that we may make some changes. That car had just been, had some hard licks, been abused a little bit. Nobody's fault, just racing stuff. But a little bit rougher than what we liked, and end up being a little bit older chassis than what we originally were told. So, ta-da, we're going to go with something different. So we sold that car to the chassis to a guy in Dallas, Texas. He came over and picked it up, and we turned around and picked this car here up from a buddy of mine up in Charlotte. I had to go to West Virginia to go teach a class this week, and we swung back by through Charlotte and picked this chassis up. This is a 2020 Outlaw. Outlaw chassis were built by Dave Ruderman there in Charlotte, and he's the son of David, or Buzzy Ruderman, real famous racers. But David builds these cars. They're actually a Shaw copy, and they were built for some people out of Ohio, I believe. But it's called an Outlaw. This is a 2020, and it's got a little bit of lick in the right front we're going to fix, but something we can't do. So we'll show you this car. And this is going to be the new Pro Mod. After we look at that, then we're going to get on the road and go pick up our new power plant for this car. So let's take a look at this chassis first, and then we will hit the road and see if we can go get our new motor. So stay tuned. Okay, our new project is this 2020 Outlaw chassis. And the car has gotten hit up here in the right front just a little bit. You can't really tell, but that rail right there is pushed in about a half an inch, and it's raised this subframe up a little bit, but nothing is bent, nothing is tweaked. The only problem we have, we got a weld right here that's cracked. You barely can see it right there. This tubing right here is actually broke. That's for the motor mount. We see, luckily, nothing is out of shape. When this thing got the shot in the wheel, this is bent right here just a little bit, but this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Actually, you want that right front frame rail up some. And compared to Ryan's car, that blue 115 he raced, this is nothing. But we like this car because this car is super, super light. Super light. I mean, like, we're super excited to have it. Being a later car, I like the fact that it's got this safety cage here. I love that. And this is an over rail car. Doesn't have an underslung here like this. So this is going to be the next ride. We've got all of our pieces over here that we kept off of the GRT car, the lime green car. So we got a rear end, got our brake pedals. We've already got A-frames coming. We've got a big parts list we got to get. But the main thing, got our gauges, all our suspension pieces. Now, these are the panels that came off of that car. We're going to use them as templates because we'll build everything new. But that's it. Real excited. This is going to be our next project, building this thing from scratch. And our first item of business is get it down on the ground so we can check our travel. And it's going to be a cool thing. But we found out about a motor that my brother had built, my late brother Gene Humphrey. A friend of mine called me yesterday and said he had a motor, won't know if I'd be interested in it. And when he told me what it was one transformer motor that he had sold, and we are going to go pick that motor up. I told him, yes, I want it since it was Gene's motor, and we're going to get Kevin Hightower to go through it. Kevin Hightower, remembers our buddy down there who was a motor builder for Alan Kawicki back in the day. So we're going to get him to freshen the motor up. We were going to run this motor that I got in here, going on my junky parts room, but this is the motor we were going to run. This is a 355 cubic inches aluminum headed, really nice motor. But this actually came from the Richard Petty Driving School. My brother went through it, and it's ready. Actually, it's ready to run. But I like the fact that this other motor we're going to go get is actually a Circle Track motor. It's a roller motor. This is a flat tappet cam motor. And this has an external oil pump. I don't like that. I want to go traditional internal oil pump in the motor for our Circle Track. We are going to use this carburetor. I did buy this recently. So we got everything we need to pretty much get the car together, other than a bunch of aluminum and some new parts. And we got to get a fuel cell. But anyway, that's where we're at. So let's see if we can get up the road, go pick up this new motor. And we got about an hour's drive. It's a little bit rainy. Hopefully the weather hold off. Let's go up there and see if we can get that thing. We'll be right back with you. Well, here's the motor. It's a 355 cubic inch small block Chevrolet. My nephew, Trent, won a lot of races with this motor in his Pro Mod. We're going to put it in the new Pro Mod we're building. Stopped to check on it, make sure it was still riding good, and it is. And got a little bit of rain sprinkling, so I wanted to make sure it was tight and it's good to go. So we're going to head on down the interstate here and head back to Shreveport. Got about 40 minutes to go, and we'll check on it when we get back. Well, got it back safe and sound, and we'll get this down there to Kevin Hightower and let him do his magic on it. We may actually go ahead and let him put it on his dyno. I'd like to see what this little motor makes. I would guess probably 550 horsepower. I don't know if it's a 600 horsepower motor, but maybe 550, 575. It'd be interesting to see. That'd be a good video to do. So that's where we're at, and glad I made it back home safe with that. And the rain didn't get too bad on us. Well, that was short and sweet, but I wanted to get with you and just give you an update of where we're at and what our future project consists of. Another thing I've been doing the last 2 weeks is we have been grooving. When I'm not traveling, I'm out here every night. We have already emptied these shelves twice. I've got a guy coming tonight all the way from Houston to come buy everything in here again. So we got to start all over again and start grooving again. He's going to wipe out my inventory. We've already filled it up twice this week. So that's been keeping us real busy. But hey, you got to make the play money to be able to put on the race cars for the other toys. So that's the way it is. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. Glad to be back with you. We'll see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. God bless you. You take care.